Before we start, is it possible that I briefly tell you about, or if you're interested, about I've changed my perspective a bit compared to what I wrote in my essay regarding the youth wage subsidy. I'm not sure if you're interested in hearing about that or...
Yes,
yeah. Okay, sure. So in the essay I was very much in favour of it, and I said it wasn't sort of a cure-all for unemployment, but I said I was very much in favour of it. And since then I've been exposed to more debates, and I'm actually not certain anymore that there has been enough engagement between the different sides of the debate, actually. I think that people have tended to stick within their bubble and sometimes get absorbed in that and not really look at what other people are saying. So, for example, Treasury and that side has not, I don't think, really engaged with criticisms, for example, of the quantitative evidence that they use from other countries. So there's been a lot of stuff saying that this quantitative evidence is only applicable when you look at countries that are growing quite extensively. The countries where there was increases in youth unemployment when there wasn't much growth were already developed economies. Then other things, for example, are one of the main issues that people are worried about is the substitution of older workers for younger workers. None of that quantitative evidence really deals with that at all. It's all about youth employment prospects. So I don't think that's really been dealt with quantitatively. In terms of the theory, the response has always been, well, these older workers are going to be so much more productive, so we don't need to worry about them being fired. But at the exact same time, when we say, are these young workers really going to learn skills? They say, of course they're going to learn skills. They're going to be on the job and they're going to become incredibly productive and they'll retain employment or they'll get employment elsewhere. But I think there's an inconsistency there where on the one hand you're saying older workers will be retained because they're going to be so much more productive than younger workers. And at the same time, you're saying that younger workers are going to develop incredible skills that'll keep them retained. Especially when we look at the kind of jobs where the subsidy is going to apply, which are often lowly skilled jobs. And I think the scope for human capital development is not that great. So what skills are people going to learn? Is there going to be much differentiation between somebody who's good at a job and has been there a long time, between somebody who's good at the job because they're now a skilled young person? And I'm not sure that that's been clear. So basically, I don't think there's been adequate responses to those questions. I'm not saying youth wage subsidy wouldn't work, but I'm not sure that there's been adequate engagements.